back at you for the Wednesday morning mashup. What's up? What's up?
What's up with you, Big Sky?
Wow, not much, man. Just trooping up, baby. Trooping up,
baby. Trooping up. So you know what it is. Hey, it's time for Earth and Sky to unite. Let's not even play no games, dude. We got some stuff going on that we need to talk about. So you already know.
Oh, you want? We got some powder puffing to do.
Can you see? Yo, we back at you again for another Wednesday wrap up with Earth and Sky. It's your man G1, aka Earth, and that right there is my man.
Hi, I'm Sky.
Yo, he had to get sexy with it.
Yes, I took it to that level. I took it to that grown and sexy level. Yes, that Barry White.
I was waiting for Barry White's orchestra to come out the back, like I'll take good care of you.
Oh,
I was waiting.
Oh, dude, Secret Garden was about to start playing in the background.
Right, you feel me? Yo! Hey, Gorilla Facts, no fleas.
No fleas, damn it. No fleas. No fleas.
No fleas. As y'all know, we are always sponsored by Gorilla, because Gorilla is the mother, and the mother made sure we get the milk. So y'all kill that illness. We always got the realness, that gorillaness. You know what I'm saying?
Woo!
So, hey man, look, Sky. It's a pleasure to be back with you, brethren. You know how we do it, my Rilla. Hey, so you want to continue the conversation, or what you want?
We can just continue that off-air conversation. We was just having. Okay, y'all. Now check this out. So here's what we're talking about. Now we're just gonna jump right into this one. All right.
Yes, sir.
So of course there was another versus last night.
My head hurt already.
We cover current events, right? So there was another versus last night, and it was Fat Joe versus Ja Rule. Now here's the part. It wasn't against either one. Both of them had their day, and that's fine. But how do you follow that up after the Locks and Dipset? Like the level of carnage that was shown between the Locks and Dipset. And then you come with, look, like that was a bare knuckle fight. That was a fight, and it didn't work out well for the Dip. It didn't. We all know that.
We all know that. Right? That's history.
But at least they came out knuckled up.
All the way up.
They gave it their best shot.
Yeah.
Last night felt like they put them big ass 50-ounce gloves on and was swinging like 5-year-olds.
You ever see those kids that like get the real big gloves, you know what I'm saying, like the play gloves, and then you got, like, you know what I'm saying, and then even the adults with those big play gloves. That's kind of what that looked like last night. But it was, I'm telling you, look, finally, if y'all thought that Earth and Sky agree on everything, we got a line, folks. We got a line. He tuned in for a little bit. I watched the whole thing after I chimed in, and I found it entertaining. I was like, okay, look, let me tell you what I found it entertaining. I'm going to tell you what I find it entertaining. Always got to be a daddy. So I liked how, like, when a shot, look, you know what? My partner said it best last night. He said you had the verses and you had Ashanti.
Right? Facts.
You had
the facts, no fleas.
Ashanti came out like if your mouth didn't drop and you start watering when Ashanti came out, then, well, you probably are a powder puff girl. So, you know what I'm saying? No problem. If that's what you about, that's what you about. No knock this way. You know how we do it. hey, wash my hands of it, Pontius Pilate. But you know what I'm saying? Ashante was looking like a scrumptious Tootsie Roll with shades on last night, boy. All right, I'm not gonna get on that one too much, but some of the other things that happened in the verses was that they brought out Nelly, which, Joe brought out Nelly, you know what I'm saying, talking about star power. So he brought out Nelly. And what I've noticed, right? Here's what I've noticed. Since Versus sold to Triller TV, what I've noticed is that it's become more of a production. So let me give you a hint of what I'm saying. You had the regular verses in the studio, right? In the studios, which was great. You know what I'm saying? Gucci Man versus Jeezy, E40 versus Too Short, DMX versus Snoop, and don't even get into some of the R&B ones. You know what I'm saying? But
Ooh.
They've had some great R&B joints. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Brown versus Keith Sweat. You know what I'm saying? They've got some real good ones, right? So last night the production was this. Ashanti came out with Ja Rule, and obviously they got history together. Then she swung to Fat Joe. The way they played it, she was walking off stage, and Joey called it back. It was funny. It was like, yo, come over here and rock with a real one. I was like. So then they do a song together, and Ja Rule talks about, I might want to jump in on this one, but it was really the hook that he was saying anyway. You know what I'm saying?
So it's all one.
Yeah, it is. It was all one. That's why it was no loss in that one. You know what I'm saying? That's why I looked at it. I looked at it from the jump. I looked at it as entertainment. I said, they're not going to get it. Look, I'm not going to get any bandanas thrown on the floor. There's not going to be that level of disrespect this time. You know what I'm saying? I know that. They, like with verses, they had to give you the juice. Then they had to give you the powder concentrate. And then they had to give you the straight fruit and let you squeeze it yourself. The Dipset versus the Locks was a squeeze it yourself situation. You know what I'm saying? You got to squeeze the juice and you got to get that. So it's nothing but pure hip hop. This right here was more like, you know what I'm saying? It was more like, I would say concentrate. You know what I'm saying? Concentrate, but still good concentrate. Just like, what was that? That we used to drink back in the day, that Country Time lemonade. The first powder drink out there. You know what I'm saying?
Again, okay. I get it. I'll go with it. I'll go a little bit, but it was good for the culture. You know what I'm saying? They brought in some old heads. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was kind of doing their thing, so I can roll with that. Good for the culture. I really can. And again, in their time, great artists doing their thing. I fully in the club at the time, Ja doing his thing. I'm out there, he making the ladies do what they do. Life is good. Joe didn't have the club bangers till later.
He didn't.
So Joe was underground. You heard him in the street. You heard him on the mixtape.
You gotta flow, Joe. You see
what I'm saying?
Gotta flow, Joe.
The club bangers wasn't there until later on. Right. So it's like, okay, both good. Both their entourages actually kind of were bigger than them. But like, I can go along with what you said in the fact that it was good for the culture.
Yes.
But again, you follow that up after the massacre.
Yeah.
How do you look. They should have did an impromptu last night. They should have been like, stop the presses, breaking news. We're going to have Fat Joe, Ja Rule versus Busta Rhymes VMA performance.
Oh, now you see, now you're asking too much.
No, because I would have watched the same massacre as the Locks and Dipset. all over again. Except for he just would have caught two individuals, just caught them both up. He'd have wrapped them both up. He'd have been like, yeah, when you came on this verses, you fell down. You bumped your head. You got up? Yeah. You said, well, flip mode. Yeah. Flip mode.
Look.
Went flip mode on him.
Look, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right? It literally is. You went from boxing to Dipset and Locks being bare knuckles, and then you went back to boxing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody wants to see a tooth get knocked out. Somebody wants to see, you know what I'm saying, like an eye socket kind of hanging. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to think about it, right? They can't give you that every time. They can't.
Yeah, they can.
What happens if they give you that every time? Now you might as well just bring gangster rappers on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you might as well go back to banging on wax at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? Where it was the Crips and Bloods banging on wax.
Look. You go get Bone Thugs. You see what I'm saying?
Ooh.
And you now see, once you bring that level up, it opens you up for way more flow. See, again, I love hip hop. You know, I'm that boom bap guy. You know that. You know that. Die hard boom bap, right?
Yeah.
Last night was commercial.
It was, because
that's why it didn't resonate with the kid. Because, like you said, it was good for the culture. I'm a boom bapper, so at that point, I give a damn if the culture like it. I give a damn. Look, hardcore.
Right.
I need that in my life. You know what I'm saying? But again, if you're gonna open it up, like I said, you open it up, and now you can go get some of these quote unquote groups that basically started out gangster rap, took it to like you could have you can have Bone Thugs and, like, just as an example, just throwing names out there, but the time they don't have the catalog isn't the same. But like Bone Thugs and Loonies.
Okay.
Just to kind of give you some names off the top of my head. You see what I'm saying? The catalogs are way different, so they wouldn't match up. But just to give you names, you see what I'm saying? Because now you can go get more Bay dudes. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, and see, here's the thing, right? I think you can fragment it off like that, but now here's the thing: when you fragment it off like that, what you're gonna get is you're gonna start diluting it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, rightfully so, it's gonna get diluted anyway because it's already sold. When they sold it for that 40 mil to Triller TV, you know what I'm saying? That was the first beginning of it being diluted. So the first thing was buy the formula. Now you buy the formula and you're now able to, like, when you go to Bay versus, you know what I'm saying? Or you go to Bay versus LA, you know what I'm saying? Which would be dope. That would be freaking dope. Bay versus LA.
Because they. But again, now you see what I'm saying? It opens it up.
I get it.
You can bring back dance hall. You can bring back Super Cat versus Mr. Lover Man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but you know, and you're right. You could take those different versions. I mean, I like that. I mean, that's a dope idea. You know, and I think you're what you're looking at, right, is how our culture is derived, right? The way our culture is derived, you get that concentrate, right, to where you get what we call the original verses. And then you get our culture being sold, which is to like Triller TV, which is the next verses. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, you know, I got to be daddy real quick. Come on.
Do you think they got to go do their thing? It's Princess Rilla.
Hey, I do. Very cute. Looking very cute. Her mama braided her hair last night. So.
Oh, there we go.
So have a good day at school. So, you know, you've got that level of it. And I'm like, even with Fat Joe, what I was watching was the transition, because when Fat Joe came out, the clubs was not playing hip hop like that.
No, He
There
was
was
more
no big venue
underground.
clubs.
He
You
was
know,
he was that hole in the wall spot that you just
right.
so happen to know about, but you might not want to go up in there if you wasn't from the neighborhood because you was gonna get ran up on.
Exactly. You look. You don't even want to go there to meet a female because you
No,
already know, hey,
no.
yeah, meet me at the 8 Ball on the corner. What?
Who?
You must really want that chick, bro. If you're gonna meet her
Right.
at that club, that kind of club. Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I know your cousin and your brothers in your neighborhood is gonna be there, but yeah, I want you that bad. I'm gonna come out there. Yeah, get your head knocked out. Why? Because you want.
Me.
That was hip hop. That was
Yeah.
hip hop in the club back then.
Yes.
Razors in the club, guns in the club. You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe you can get 50 to 100 in the club. Now, you know what I'm saying? When it elevated, you can kind of see once again the transition through the mid part of Crack's career. Now you got Mr. I'm gonna give you nothing but hits. I'm not gonna give you nothing else. You know what I'm saying? The
Straight club
album was
bangers.
a filler. Huh?
Straight club bangers.
Straight club bangers.
Straight club bangers.
Yeah. You know, that's when the club was the club. That's when, you know what I'm saying, throw your hands up. Doom. Doom. Jay-Z in the club. 4 a.m. nigga at the bar. You know what I'm saying? That's when that's in the club. So, you know, that type of stuff, you could see the transition in Joe's career. You know what I'm saying? You could see the transition to where there was no way he could have beat Ja hit for hit. You know what I'm saying? He was doing some B-side stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of
he had to because again, people don't know Ja's flow, and it's Prince Rilla.
All right. Hey man, the young Rilla's got to check in.
Hey, you know the drill. You know the drill. But I mean, that's why I was shocked when that versus was made. I was shocked for that fact and that fact alone because I'm like, wait a minute. If you want to go literally hit for hit, but if you think about it, if you go hit for hit, how many hits were just straight Ja?
Okay.
Right.
Like he had Murder Inc. with him. So by having Murder Inc. with him, like we had this discussion off air. So if it's just solo for Dolo, it gets interesting, real interesting. But
it was
when you have the groups, which is why like bringing Ashanti out had to happen.
Yeah,
why she sang the hook for most of Josh shit anyway.
Right. And the way that they bust that up to where they didn't give you a full night of Ashanti was they gave you like a lot of his songs. They had Little Mo come out there and sing, which was cool. You know what I'm saying? She a legend in the game. Got to give her credit. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? And then when they brought Ashanti out, they changed the game up for the show. They changed the dynamic up. They brought that feminine energy in. You know what I'm saying? And that feminine energy took it up. You know, because it was already, you know, Ja talking to the women the whole damn time or singing to the women. Let me speak correctly. You know what I'm saying? That was a, you know what I'm saying? He was tested as hell. He even sang one of the hooks for Joe. You know what I'm saying? Joe said, won't you sing this hook for me then? You know what I'm saying? Since Chris ain't here. I said, wow. And he sang the hook. It was just like I said, it was good entertainment. You know what I'm saying? But yes, you're right. If you are the hip hop purist, the enthusiast, which I know that you are, especially being a New Yorker that you are, you know what I'm saying? I know that, you know what I'm saying, the commercial aspect of this, I had to get past that. Because you know me, I'm carried a torch under the underground. You know what I'm saying? That's me too. But I had to sit back and say, what are they like? Because I wasn't even thinking about it until I looked at my IG last night. I said, oh damn, they got a versus on. This is the Fat Joe Ja Rule Joan. I didn't even know. And I just happened to look at it. I'm like, oh shit, so I started watching. And
I thought it was tomorrow. I thought it was today, actually. I thought the versus
you thought it was today. Well, you know, man,
you got a versus on a look. You got a versus on a Tuesday night.
When did the albums used to drop? What day?
Yeah.
That's got something to do with it. It's got to have something to do with it.
Well, yeah, I guess it's the nostalgic flow, I guess. Okay,
but it also counts, right? If you drop verses, each verses as like a mixed album,
You can
and
do
it
that.
drops on the same day. Now the music is dropped live. You're seeing the performance live. It's pretty genius if you look at it, because now you're seeing a live performance. The two artists, they actually, because if you go on like if I go on Apple Music right now, it's gonna have that verses, and it's gonna have that as like almost like a damn album to where I can stream it down. You see what I'm saying? So now it gets streaming rights like a damn regular album. So they're making money off of that also, obviously. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Triller, we know you're not that smart. So seeing
No.
that you're now stealing our ideas, we expect that check to Guerrilla Enterprises. You know what I'm saying? We expect that check. Go ahead and deposit that. Yes, Guerrilla.
We need
Deposit
that.
that. Because basically you're listening to the ideas that basically are what you really should be doing. But who are we? We're
Right.
Earth and Sky. We're these out there guys. You know what I'm saying? We just come at you from crazy angles. I'm coming at you from the sky. He's coming at you from the earth. As above, so below. But I'll tell you what, you ain't getting away because ain't nowhere you can go.
Nowhere. Where you gonna get to? You got to go through the sky to get to get to any place else, and you got to go through the earth to get to the center. Let's go. Where you gonna go?
So on a serious tip.
Yes, sir. What are you saying?
On a serious tip.
Okay.
All right. Well, first and foremost, while we're on the hip hop flow, real quick before we slide on, you see what I'm saying?
You got a segue going on? What you talking about?
The Milkshake Award.
Uh-oh. Let's get it. I had to put the phone down for this one.
The Milkshake Award goes to Busta Rhymes and his VMA performance. Performing at a place he's been nominated at 16 times and never won. Busta Rhymes says to the VMAs, I take my straw and put it in your milkshake. I drink your milkshake.
Wow. All right. Hold on.
When Bus walked off the stage and dropped the mic, basically it's like, you don't want to give me an award. I just took all the awards. Right now, you gave me the opportunity to take them all. I got all the VMAs. They're loading them up right now. What you see now is just the show. What I gave you was the realness. Peace, love. Good night.
So hold on. Wait a second. Walk me through this, because I stopped watching MTV and all MTV affiliated things a long time ago.
Busta handed him the business. Him, of course, Split Star, you know what I'm saying, was out there rocking it, and Bus was just doing classic Bus. They allowed him to grab the mic and just be Bus. And you saw the evolution of Bus, and he literally took you from the beginning and literally dropped the mic and walked off stage.
Wow.
Literally. Look, unfortunately, Bus came up in an era in which he came up with Titans. Like, if the leaders of the new school would have stayed together, they could have potentially really changed a lot of things, but they didn't stay together. So Bus was out there by himself with Titans. He was not only out there with Titans as individuals, but Titan groups that stayed tight-knit. Like, and he survived.
Yeah. Well,
he survived.
Busta is a Titan himself.
Yes.
He is a Titan himself. Look, and the reason why I can say that, right, is when you come back with Extinction Level Event 2 and you make it harder than the first one?
I didn't think that was possible.
Huh?
I didn't think that was possible. I seriously did not think it was possible for him to come out with another banger, banger, banger from top to bottom.
Oh my God. He brought Anderson .Paak out on his album. That song was so bananas. He had to do a video to it. And in the video, he does the Spy versus Spy. So that's probably what he was on the VMA for that one. Dude should have got, I'm going to tell you, I love, man, you know what? I'm glad you gave him the Milkshake Award because that would have got past me. That would have got past me. I'm glad he got, look, Bus, you have received the Milkshake Award. MTV, you got your damn milkshake drank, served up. And he like, you know how you move the straw around at the bottom of the cup to get a little bit just to make sure.
Get everything.
Then you tilt the cup over just to make sure anything running down is going to run down. And you go, and after that, you know you got it all. And you still are, you know what I'm saying, patting the bottom of the cup turned upside down. That's what it sounds like my man Bus did to MTV. Thank you, Bus. Great for the culture. Yes, y'all. You get that one right there all day. That is what the milkshake sat in, and Bus stuck his straw in there and drank MTV's damn milkshake.
Yes. I just had to give. I brought up Bus before, but I had to give him the award real quick because he deserves it, man. I mean, but like I said, Bus has been in the game. Bus was out, and it's almost like playing basketball when Jordan was out. Like you was mad good, you got mad skills, you got mad props, but like, damn, every time I'm about to, damn, he did it again. Damn, I can't. He's dropping.
I'm gonna take you one better, man. I'm gonna take you one better. That is like the AI Jordan crossover for the first time.
Oh,
when he drank Jordan's milkshake in that game.
Oh, he drank his milkshake that game.
That was that level of like, hold on, wait a second. You mean you're that was the witnessing of like the crumbling of an empire. You know what I'm saying, on that court. Like, oh my God, that was the transition and the changeover.
Yeah, well, AI at that point went from street balling thug to, yo, did you see what he did to Jordan? like that in itself literally puts you on a different level. Nobody crosses MJ like that.
Nobody.
And and when he crossed them, basically he broke them ankles like he tried to shift back, but he couldn't move. It was like he was in cement. Like
look.
Damn. Damn, he got the layup. Notice nobody ever crossed MJ like that again.
No. Do you know how hurt Michael? Look, after everything I'm hearing about this dude and the ultra ego that this dude carries, the ultra ego, I mean the uber duper stupid out there ultra magnetic ego that this dude has, to be crossed over by a dude runt size and killed up for the shot.
6'6", if that, on a good day.
Yo, that had the fucking sting just a little bit.
Man, listen. Yeah, you know, look, that right there solidified AI's legacy. Before and that was when it was just getting started. Right. And it solidified his flow. Like, if you honestly think, look, he's the answer. Like he did okay. He's the problem, and he's the answer.
Right. But man, look, I didn't want to take you down that rabbit hole, man. I'm gonna bring you back. I'm gonna bring you back.
But that's a good analogy. That's a good analogy, though.
But I know you. Before you gave the Milkshake Award, you wanted to transition to something else, but you did give the Milkshake Award. So where did you want to go to before you gave the Milkshake Award? Because it sounded like you had something in mind.
Well, I mean, there hasn't really been. Just if you notice, what happened in the news? What happened to all the wacky, crazy shit that was going on? Did it just disappear? Okay, so pretty much There's nothing going on in Haiti anymore. There's nothing going. There's nothing.
Haiti's been restored back to its original form, and everything is good. They're all happy over there eating, and everybody has more food than they can have. The homes are rebuilt. It's the next episode now. It's the next episode. They moved on.
So there's nothing going on in Cuba. There's not. What do you like, people? If you can't see the grand setup is coming, it's coming. One thing they are putting in the news now more regularly: UFO sightings. Oh, and peep this one, people. For all of you football fans that watched on Sunday, again, they put Project Bluebeam out there for all of you to see, and everybody just loved it. Oh my goodness, that was just so amazing. At the Carolina Panthers game,
what happened?
The Panther was on the screen, and then the Panther came out screen. The Panther ran around the stadium, on the field, jumped back up onto the screen, stood on top of the screen. People, look here. For those of you who enjoyed that, and yes, it's enjoyment, but think about it. What else can be done with that? Because if you're a little kid, you thought that was real. You thought that they actually had the Panther running around. It looked that real. It looked solid. You couldn't see through it. But yet and still, people, that's what's called Project Bluebeam. That is a hologram that they projected that looked so lifelike, had people shook like, oh, that was really cool. It looked like a video game. Live at the game looked like a video game. People, yes, you were entertained. Yes, look that up. Feel free. Carolina Panthers opening day.
I got to look at it, man, because I did not know.
It was something, again, and I'm just like, they're really putting it out there in front of people right now. People, look, Project Bluebeam has been being worked on for a long time. They gave you glimpses of what Project Bluebeam looked like when they started bringing back the dead and putting them in concert. And people were shook when they saw Michael Jackson on stage, shook when they saw Eazy-E on stage, shook when they saw Tupac on stage. Why? Because they were going with the flow of the music. They were actually singing. Are you looking at it?
I am. I'm looking at it right now. I'm about to see here.
Yeah. You're gonna be like, it looked like a video game. Like, if it's in the game, it's in the game. I was waiting for Madden's voice to come out of somewhere, and that was on live TV for the world to see. And you gotta think about it, people. If we're watching that happen, they've got a lot more that they're not showing us when it comes to Project Bluebeam. Look at his face. Look at his face, people. His face right now is telling you that looks real as hell. To the point where, like I was a little kid and didn't know any better, I'm like, yo, mommy, they put a video game in the world. Yo, I saw and it was, look, gave shadows and everything. Stood in front of people and the people were gone. So when the sky opens up and you hear, oh, and you start seeing some crazy shit, you're really going to have discernment, because you're going to have a face just like that. Speak on it, because I don't want you to be catatonic the rest of the show. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. We can't show it to you, people. All I did was go in there and type, this is once again Earth to Sky Interactive. So go into YouTube and type Carolina Panthers debut mixed reality Panther at home opener, or just Carolina Panthers, and it'll pop up mixed reality in the search engine. My God. Okay, let me just take this back. All right. So they had the camera panning into the stadium, and then you see that this camera starts shaking, and then you see a well-defined, let me make sure I say this correctly so those slow people don't miss this. Well-defined, okay? Panther, Black Panther, hop into the stadium, hop up onto the stadium itself, walk around the stadium, rip a flag off of the flagpole, jump down into the crowd, into the actual bowl itself, and start tearing the flag up. Okay, so here's the thing, right? This is what I'm thrown off about. How is it that I'm just now hearing about this? And that happened on Sunday. It is now Wednesday morning, and I'm just now hearing about this. What in the hell did I just witness? That was so real. You can't see. Look, this was not Tupac on stage at Coachella. Okay, you know what I'm saying? This is not that. This was a King Kong sized panther running around the stadium, then hopped out of the stadium like he's gonna start running through the streets of fucking North Carolina. Am I missing something? That did not make headlines? That did not make news?
Flew under the radar because it was at a sporting event. Notice data blew up if that happened at, like, say, any other major stadium in a major metropolitan city. That would have gotten all types of play. But you can get away with that, and you can get away with that in Charlotte.
I don't know how.
Easy, because they realize that the Panthers pretty much are a Carolinas thing, because they're Carolina's
right.
football team, and
Right.
it's not going to go too much further than that.
Right.
And again,
but
people are on the hamster wheel, bro. On the hamster wheel.
We're talking about now, and I can see that, right? So you know what I'm saying, that just so you see a bear in Chicago, you know what I'm saying, you see a falcon in Atlanta.
That would have sent the planet buzzing if they would have showed a bear coming in to Soldier Field. Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? It's like you can do something at every one of these places, because aside from Washington and maybe one other team, there's a mascot that is revolved around an animal. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or some sacred right history, like like the Chiefs in the Indian Arrowhead. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the Redskins are no longer, but you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just Washington. But my whole point is, with this level, this is the 50 fucking foot Panther, Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about Huey P. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a real Panther.
This was, yeah. I mean,
so this does not make the news. Well, maybe you know what? It should have been even on regular internet. Some of the shows that I watched should have said something about this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this happened on Sunday and it's Wednesday, and I'm just now seeing it for the first time. Let me tell you, people, if you don't see cars getting kicked over, listen. Let's take it back. Let's take it back. Let me rewind it back.
Yeah, because I was gonna say they could do all of that. They can make you. They made that look pretty real.
You know what? You know why I know that the reason why I had to take it back is because if you ever look at Spider-Man Homecoming, No, Spider-Man Far From Home. Far From Home.
Mm.
That was the one where they brought in Mysterio. They brought in Mysterio. Yes. They brought in Mysterio. And it was all about the hologram. He was fighting against the quote unquote elementals. And I'm talking about he had, man, I don't want to, bug it. It's been out long enough. So damn it, you should have seen it. And if you ain't seen it already, then I'm not spoiling anything. Go back and watch it. It's worth seeing. Okay. It's Spider-Man. And it's and you know what I'm saying, Mysterio. And he killed it. The holograms, so real. So real. They're running and they're in London. They're in London. Is it London? No, they're in not London. They're in what part of Italy is that where the water's flooded? Venice. Is that Venice? Yeah. So they're in Venice and they're on a field trip from New York and Mysterio's over there. And the bottom line is it's all about these glasses that Tony Stark left to Peter Parker. And so this dude, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to tell you the ins and outs, but literally the holograms were so freaking real. I mean, he fought a water element, you know what I'm saying, at one point in time, and it was wrecking everything. And the way he did it, you know what I'm saying, he needed something shortwave that was there, and you just don't know what it is. And I'm not going to tell you, but it looked very solid. So Project Bluebeam is alive and running, and they told us about it multiple times. They gave us some feelers. They brought back Old Dirty. They brought back Tupac. You know what I'm saying? They brought these individuals back, and because there was lighting concerns, you know, it didn't give you the picture I just saw during the daytime.
In broad daylight.
This is what they were doing. Watch Spider-Man Far From Home. I say less.
Speaking, okay. Well, seeing that you went in the Spider-Man tip, did you see the new trailer for the new Spider-Man? Oh, you didn't? Oh. You thought your mouth dropped open a second ago?
I gotta check.
Look here, man.
Earth and Sky Interactive.
Spider-Man, the new Spidey. I see the new Spider-Man is the jump off to the Marvel multiverse. The Marvel multiverse, like it or not, love it or leave it, is here. And it's not going anywhere. And I'm going to tell you, this movie is entertaining because I can tell you what it revolves around because it's in the trailer. Peter Parker's identity is revealed. And Peter doesn't like that. So Peter goes to the only one on the planet who can help him change it. The only problem is when he changes it, he now opens the Marvel universe up to the multiverse. So if you're a Marvel fan, you're about to see everybody. You're about to see Tony as a kid, Tony as a teenager. You're going to see Cap as young Cap. You're going to literally start to see all these characters that, see, look at the face. Look at the face, people. Look at the face. Look at the face. Look, I'm telling you, y'all, you're going to want to watch this movie. Regardless if you like what they're doing with the multiverse, they're going to bring in a whole lot of characters from a whole lot of flows. This movie is going to it's the jump off. It's the jump off right there. I'm interested because again, you got Mr. Strange doing some things he ain't supposed to be doing because he's just a bad boy at heart. You can't take it out of him. I don't give a damn what kind of superpowers he got. You know what I'm saying? He always pushing the damn envelope. Well, this time he got the world into some things that the world ain't gonna be able to get out of because now the world is stuck. Watch the trailer, the new Spider-Man. Watch it. Love it. Look at that. All right. I'm just telling you, people. I'm just telling you. I'm not one for messing with certain things, I'm good with certain formulas, but like the way they made that trailer, I always like to watch the first one, and then the rest are gauged off of that first movie. This is the first movie into the multiverse, so I suggest you watch it. I know I'm gonna watch it. From the faces that Earth is making, I know Earth is gonna watch it. We might actually be in the same building watching it at the same time, to be perfectly honest with you. Do you see? Do you see? Do you see? Are you not entertained?
Wow. 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 Multiverse.
So now you're learning the truth. So what the multiverse is going to allow them to do is Quentin Tarantino the whole thing. They can go anywhere in time now they want and show you any story at any depth they want to. Because nobody talked about this in Peter's story. Nobody talked about this in the Spider-Man story. Nobody.
Well, all right. So one of my more beloved Spider-Man movies was Spidey Multiverse, the animated one that came out. Oh my gosh, I love that movie. I mean, I watched it plenty of times. The soundtrack was banging, but it was a great anime, and it showed a young black Peter Parker. Let's say black and Hispanic. Let's not take nothing away from both sides.
Right.
But still, his name was Miles. Miles, I can't remember his last name, but Miles was a great, and this was where one Spider-Man died, and they had multiple Spider-Men from different, dimensions and time. So it was pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow, if they can make something like this into live action, you know what I mean? Now we're really talking about something. Well, guess what? People, they've made it. And once again, I mean, I'm getting bludgeoned. I don't know if you can see the gashes over on my head right here, but I'm getting bludgeoned by Sky this morning. He's dropping some heavy precipitation on me, and I'm still trying to catch up. You know what I mean? Like I'm running for shelter at this point in time because he's dropping it on me real heavy right now. But yes, that is a must see, because anytime you're bringing Doctor Strange into this, you know what I'm saying, and now you're crossing, the difference. So now, without being the Avengers, you know what I'm saying, you're still seeing Spider-Man interacting in multiple roles, so that is going to be, and it's like, it's where you take it from. It's not just one, it's not just three villains. Now it's like 3 or 4 different worlds coming at you. Green Goblin, people that should have been dead are, no longer, now they're back. So yeah, that's going to be a good watch right there, man. Wow.
Yeah, I mean look, what got me was the why. Like Peter just wanted to stay Peter. He wanted to live a regular life and stay on the low-ski woski. So he went to go see the only man in the universe who could make that happen. And look, but he was told, don't do it. Again, they keep telling Strange not to do things. Strange just loves to do what he knows he shouldn't be doing. And he told Peter, there's repercussions. But I just don't want nobody to know.
Wow. So speaking of trailers, let's staying on trailers, which is very big news, very big news, very, very, very big news for all of my Matrix lovers, for all of my John Wick lovers. Matrix and John Wick are coming back out, possibly even on the same week.
Boom, shakalaka.
Possibly same week.
Those trailers are.
And can I just say that if he does this, if they do drop within the same week, even within the same month.
Oh, records broken, shattered.
Keanu Reeves will propel himself to a place in entertainment and theatrical movies that nobody has ever gone, and probably will not go again, because he is going to break the box office.
Especially with COVID, especially with the pandemic, and the box and the theaters are actually open, so you can go sit in the surround sound in the rumble seating and watch John Wick, and then watch the. Did you see the Matrix? Did you see he meets? Oh, he meets her again. Do I know you? Buddy was like, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, dude, y'all gotta watch the trailer. Y'all gotta watch the trailer because put it this way. Buddy had no idea who Neo was and was talking to him. And was talking to him like, man, you don't know nothing about this. Yeah. Neo was like, I don't think you know who I am. And blast his ass. Watch it. That trailer had me like
open.
Honestly, that trailer had me thinking that they should literally scrap 3 from the record books. Just literally fold that up into an infinitesimally small cube and send that out to outer space and replace 4 with 3. Because it makes so much more sense. And then about 5 years, 10 years from now, go find that infinitesimal little cube that was the new 4 and bring it back. Then they will make sense. But you need to watch.
Yeah, you gotta watch.
You really need to watch Matrix 4 and John Wick 4. Look, I'm giving him the look. And I'm giving this award early. Because I don't care what else comes out other than The Matrix. When John Wick 4 comes out, he takes his straw and he puts it in your box office milkshake. And John Wick drinks your milkshake.
Yep. Guaranteed.
Bruh, guaranteed. I didn't think it could get any better than it was.
I mean, to me, it topped out at 3, but what made me want to keep watching was how does he survive when a world full of assassins are coming at him? Number one. Now that he's survived in a world full of assassins, wait a second. So in 3,
they were all trying to get him in 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. A world full of assassins were trying to get him, but
and they still are.
Right.
Because the contract's still out on his life.
Yeah.
But
now they've done something. Is Lauren? Did I see Larry Fishburne in this one?
Yeah, because Larry's the one who saved him. His boy went, the dude looked like a bum.
Yeah,
was pushing him in the cart, and the dog was walking beside him.
Right,
and he was like, "Tell me, John, are you mad?"
Yeah, that's right.
And he looks up, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm mad." And then it fades to black.
It fades off. Yeah. So I remember that part, but needless to say, movie lovers everywhere are going to be blown away by this. And here's the thing, right? Let's go with the 44 thing. I told you I've been seeing 44s a whole lot lately, right? So John Wick is going to be number 4. Matrix is going to be the 4th one. There's your 44 right there, all being brought to one person, which is Keanu Reeves. He's delivering the 44 to you. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff that we're telling you guys that you should be looking at. So therefore, between the lines of what's happening, that's when you really need to be saying, okay, what's really going on here? We got Project Bluebeam. Speaking of Project Bluebeam, let me tell you about another thing that I talked about earlier. So I want you to, we didn't talk about it earlier, but I wanted to bring it up because it was in regards to, this is where I thought you were going before you told me about the Panthers. The Panthers, okay. When you bludgeoned me with that one. So there was obviously a blue beam sent off from the Pentagon.
Ooh, now people. Look. He about to bust you to the Abdullah Oblongata. Yes. Continue.
So this blue beam from the Pentagon, and I'm telling you where you can
You
take
can
a
go
look
on
at
just
it.
about anywhere. That was major. That was national world news. We actually know why it was world news.
Right, but we're not gonna talk about it. The reason why I'm looking let's see, I'm looking for. Let me just go to where I know it's at. The zebra. You can go to the zebra.org. I remember when I saw this, I had to realize where it was coming from. So, once I realized that, the zebra.org is where you want to go to see the ad or see it. And let's go. I'm gonna do my search here and go to Bluebeam. Type in Bluebeam. Okay, there it is right there. Come on, people. Jeez, just showed it to me. Blue beam. And look for the one. Just keeps taking me to this. Okay, there it is. It's what to know about the 9/11 Tower of Light at Pentagon. Okay, so you can go to the zebra.org, or you can just type in what to know about the 9/11 Tower of Light at Pentagon. So on September 10th, they up till September 12th, they shot a blue beam into the air from the Pentagon. And since it was shot from the Pentagon, we're about to go into our hour here. How do you want to handle this? What do you think I should go on, or what are we talking about? You want to wrap this up here, or
Just give them a nice overview, and we might come back later this evening and finish it up on them.
Yeah, we might have to do that. But with this one, man, the Pentagon shot off a blue beam that was said to go 18,000 feet into the air and could be seen 60 miles away. And it was supposed to be called the Hope Light, right? And with this one, they actually, were signaling something. They were signaling something, because why would it not come from the Pentagon? Why would it come from the Pentagon and not the place where the greatest part of that tragedy happened at, which was in New York? Just saying. Now, the reason why they put me onto this was because 44 lights were used to create that blue beam. 44. So start doing your information gathering around things that deal with the number 44, whether it's 1944, 44, anything. Pay attention to it. But that's what I wanted to say. Look at it yourself. We're going to the hour wrap up here, and people, we don't have enough time in our shows. You know what I'm saying? When we get going and really get going, you know what I'm saying? That's what Earth and Sky do. We unite. We bring you something so real, so raw, so up in your face, so current that even we get surprised by the information that we have. So I'm done. Earth is out of here. Sky, what you got to say to him?
Man, look, we are guerrilla journalists. We are jungle journalists.
Jungle journalists, baby. We troop up.
Troop up. You know what I'm saying? Being jungle journalists, we swing vines that nobody else is willing to swing, want to swing. Why? Because we go to jungles that nobody wants to go to. See what I mean? We take you places in your own mind and psyche that you may have never been. Well, guess what? We gonna get you thinking today. So that's what we do. We love what we do. Do your own research. Right now, it seems like blue beams are the topic of the day outside of verses. So go do your research on these blue beams. Project Blue Beam, I'm telling you, people, you're about to start seeing it in ways you didn't believe, and you're not going to think it's real. You're really going to have to use your discernment. You are. But all right, y'all, you know how we do at this time.
At this time.
Wow.
Sky unite.
Bye-bye.
Oh, we'll be back for y'all this weekend. Let's go.
Oh, we might even be back for y'all tonight.
Real.
Depending on how we feeling, we might have to give you a Wednesday special. You know what I'm saying? We mashed it up this morning. We might have to finish mashing this evening because you really want to know about that blue beam from the Pentagon and what it was really signaling.
Let's just say they better free Larry Hoover quickly.
Free Hoover.
We love y'all. Thank y'all for joining Earth and Sky.
You know the drill, people. We are.